Hello and welcome to TGTV Fruitful with me, your host, Bro Chris. I hope you're good and I hope you're well in whatever part of town you're from, or the country, or the world. Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, good afternoon, whatever the case may be, and you're part of town. And I just want to say thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. That would be nice. Thank you and God bless you right now and in advance. Thank you very much. Yes, I just want to make this quick video about something I once turned to in my worst days. This was like 12 years ago before I actually became a Christian, even though I was going to church at the time. I remember I turned to witchcraft, and the kind of witchcraft I turned to was what some will call obia. And obia wasn't really something I was into at all. I hear a lot of people have done it, but I've never turned to it. I had no need to turn to that kind of darkness at any time in my life. But as you go through life and you experience things, and your sweet turn to bitter. That's what happened to me. My sweet turned to bitter. A lot of things was happening in my life. I was being mistreated left, right, and center, and not being from the country that I am in now. I felt people was treating me pretty bad, and it was very bad. It turned me to depression because I was treated very badly, very, very wrongly. It came to the point I got so angry at people, and it was mainly family members. I was really angry at people. When I said angry, I mean angry beyond anger. Where you just start to just build this hate up inside of you. Just start hating people because they're treating you so bad. You just wish the worst for them. You just hope that they all die and just disappear from your life. And that's how I felt at the time. I just wanted them all to die and disappear from my life. I hated them because I felt they was turning their back on me. They turned their back on me. I was alone. I was depressed. I didn't have no one to turn to. It made me feel suicidal because I feel I couldn't speak to the people that mattered about my problems. And you just felt alone, and I became this cold person, this hateful person, because of how people made me feel, how they treated me. You see, when you treat people bad, you don't know what they might turn to for comfort or turn to for help. Be careful how you treat people, because you don't know what you could create. You could create a monster. So yes, I turned to witchcraft, And if you don't know what witchcraft is, I'm going to tell you what it is. Witchcraft is a perceived facility to summon evil spirits and demons to do harm to others. Yes, witchcraft was linked to religion to the extent that the medieval church had powers to punish those who dabbled in magic and sorcery. Its priests were able to exorcise, I don't know if you've heard of exorcists, those who had become possessed by malign spirits. Yes, so they summon evil spirit to do people that you hate, people that you dislike, people that have done you wrong. They summon these spirits to go after these people. But there's one thing they didn't tell you about these spirits. These spirits will turn on you. These spirits will turn on you. You could even end up in a mental hospital. You could have a mental breakdown, very bad mental breakdown. You start seeing things, you start, hearing things that ain't there. Yeah, when you get involved in witchcraft, these things happens. Right? So I want to read something about evil spirits during the 16th century. Many people believe that witchcraft, rather than the workings of God's will, offered a more convincing explanation of sudden and unexpected ill fortune, such as the death of a child, bad harvest, or the death of cattle. Witch hunting became an obsession in some parts of the country. And you know what? These things are still going on right now in this 21st century. Yes, people turn into witchcraft. Yes, if people hate you, you better make sure you pray to God. You better make sure you cover your family in the blood of Jesus, because you know what? These spirits will come after you. But the person that sent the spirit that paid for these things to take place in life, the spirit will deal with them as well, because it dealt with me. I didn't go through with it, I didn't go through with it. I remember I went in front of the computer to, look these things up, and I end up on this site, and it says it doesn't matter where in the world you're from or where in the world that person is that you want the witchcraft to be done on, they can do it. And I couldn't. When I went in front of the computer, I felt different. I felt like something entered me, and you know what? A dark spirit entered me, because I remember when I looked in the mirror, I was scared when I looked in my eyes. It's like I saw something looking back at me, you know. So I had to get delivered. I got delivered from it. This dark spirit left my body. Because you know what it is? It's the 8. It's the 8. It fueled on my hatred. That spirit that entered me fueled on my hatred. You know? But when I met Christ, properly met Christ, I got delivered. And I never returned back to that kind of stuff again, because you know what? God tell me that vengeance belongs to him. He says, don't do nothing to your enemies. He will deal with your enemies. Right? No matter how angry you are at someone, pray for them. Pray for them. Don't turn to witchcraft. Pray for them and let God deal with it. God said to pray for your enemy. Bless those who spitefully use you. Bless those who treat you bad. Pray for them and turn to God and leave it to God. You know, witchcraft is a serious thing. It will possess you. It will break you down, like I said, send you into mental home. Mentally, you won't even recognize yourself. It's not a nice thing to get involved in. No matter how angry you get, don't do it. The Bible said to be angry and don't sin. So turn to God and let God deal with your enemies. Don't turn to witchcraft because it seems like it's the obvious and the right thing to do to get your revenge instantly. Instant karma. Because that instant karma could work against you. So yes, let go and let God. This is Bro Chris. Hey, subscribe, share the videos. Until next time.